Hey guys, it's me, JC. Thanks for joining me today. Here with the second interview, and I'm joined none other with
Lil Boe the mic smasher.
Thanks, man. Thanks for joining me today. It's a pleasure to have you, man. We've been following each other for a little bit, and I do see your hustle and grind on there, and that's what it's all about, man. I want to see how you do it and what is it that you can share to help others around here.
Yes, sir.
So, Lil Boe, how are you, dude? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm living, man.
Living.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Awesome. That's awesome. I see you always traveling around. I see you're a big family man.
Oh, yeah. That's always.
That's good that you staying blessed out there, man.
Got to.
So, Lil Boe, for those people that may not know, like, how long you been making little music out there for?
I've been doing music, I say, like, seriously, on a serious note, like 5 years, like, really been putting in the real work. You know, before I was doing it, I ain't really know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know, like, I know how to grind. I know what it take, what kind of money you need,
And
stuff like that.
Do you handle all your marketing and promotions and stuff like that, or do you have a team helping you out?
No, I basically do everything myself, like all the music. Like I get on the computer and do all the homework to get it uploaded and all that. Basically by myself. I don't really have no team.
Do you learn
childhood cousins though?
Is that how you go by? Childhood cousins? Because I remember
childhood cousins. That's our label name. Me and my cousin. That's like we created that together. We came together. Me and my cousin, Young Trill, we came up with that together because we found out we was cousins.
That's awesome. Because when I had first thought, I was like going by childhood cousins. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a cool name. I just didn't know if it was like a group thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a group thing, but like if we do solo, we still put it under childhood cousins as the label. Like
Smart.
It's Lil Boe, Young Trill, childhood cousin.
That's
same thing. You know what I mean?
It helps the group, yeah.
Yeah, like that's the foundation.
And so you guys learn from experience, or do you guys go online and try to learn new things about how to promote yourselves and market it to move forward?
Just like basically experience. We know like it costs a few dollars to do certain things, so we just like put a few dollars here, put a few dollars there. But for the most part, we just like grind on our own. Like we don't really got nobody like putting no money behind us. It's all like
money from yourself.
Yeah, from yourself.
That's good, man. That's good. Lately, what's been your source of inspiration and motivation to get some music pumping and going? Because I see you like really going at it hard right now.
I feel like my inspiration. I look at people like Young Boy or Kodak, or people that like really like on the top right now. Lil Baby, big artists, people that are really trying to put the work in. Like I look at them for inspiration.
What is that inspires you from them? Like, is it their lifestyle, choice in beats, lyrics?
Not even really lifestyle. It's just like being consistent.
Okay.
Like they don't even if they don't drop an album or a mixtape, they like putting something out, a video or something like that. So I look at them. Yeah.
It's just pump out something because, unless you got that album money, which is a lot.
Right.
You can't be putting out an album once every month and then expect to do nothing for like the rest of the year almost.
Yeah.
That's what most people do is they'll pump out one thing
and just stop.
You
gotta have the main goal is right now is like staying in the studio. If you stay in the studio, it's gonna keep you consistent because you can put out a video, you can put out a single, or you can put together a small EP. You know what I mean? But if you stay in the studio, you can do those things.
And now that we're talking about the studio, how long do you usually like to stay in the studio for?
I mean, my music be real short, so like if I can, 2 hours. Sometimes I go drop 2 songs in 1 hour. You know what I mean? It all depends on how the engineer work. And my engineer, who I use, his name Jed, he really like when I record, we be like this, like real quick. If I go record with somebody else, they might be like dragging a little bit.
You gotta teach them what your style is.
Yeah, and it's taking them too long to record me, and I'm real fast when it come down to music.
So you like going back to that same guy?
Yeah, I don't really like to record with nobody else because I feel like if I go to somebody else, they might be in there like just milking me.
Yeah.
For the dollars, it's
Makes
about
sense.
the money with them. Sometimes it's not about the music.
Makes sense. That's the thing about also working with somebody consistent. Your sound's gonna be the same. It's not always gonna be mixed around differently. And when you're in the studio, you said you're in there for like 2-4 hours.
Like 2 to 3, like at the
hours.
most. But like it only take me to record a whole song. I say about 15 to 20 minutes.
So you'll get like maybe like what 2-3 songs done.
I can do it if if the time and the beats and everything lining up real quick. But like if I go do auto tune, that take a lot of process. Process. You got to process all them tracks. So.
And do you like being involved in the process, like when they're mixing and mastering?
No, I just let them do it. I mean, if it's something special I want done, I tell them. But other than that, I just let them work.
That's good.
It's basically like I like to be original. I don't really need all these different effects and all that. I just want it basic.
Yeah. And now that you've worked with this guy consistently, what was his name again?
They call him Jed.
Jed.
Yeah, Jed.
Going back to the whole releasing songs and all that, when you go to the studio, I know like I've been with some rappers where they go to the studio, they'll probably make like 3-4 tracks in there depending how long they take, but not all of them make it out.
Right.
Do you have tracks like that don't make it out?
I mean, I got like, I could say right now I got like 10 songs. It's just because I need to go back and mix them.
Gotcha.
They just really rough. They sound rough. They just need an extra mix on them. You know what I mean? And at that time, I was just going to the studio, putting music out. I was just like changing the way I flow, you know, using a little auto tune. And back then, I wasn't just rapping. Like now, I'm focusing on rapping again. I use a little auto tune every now and then, but everybody like they love when they hear me on auto tune. It sounds different for them. It's like a filter.
Yeah, we were going through some of your songs, and there's like a really good consistency and then what is it, the word I'm looking for? Variety.
Right.
So that's what I really liked about your music, and good choice beats as well.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think people lack on. Is that sometimes they choose beats that may not suit them.
Right.
Beat might be good, but it just doesn't suit.
Yeah, it don't sound like them.
So going back to some of the songs that you said you have finished or may not finish, the ones that you do have finished, is it because they're going on a bigger album, or they're just?
I mean,
not ready yet?
I really just feel like that time is gone. Like that's done right now. So if I do go back to them, it'll just because I want to put them out, just because. But I feel like I'm not even on that level no more. Like when I was like, that was like 2019. So,
Gotcha.
So with it being 2019, it's 2022 now. Finna be 23.
So I'm like, make the light of
yeah,
day?
I don't even think. I mean, if they do, I mean that'd just be if I want to. But now I'm like, I'm a little different. You know what I mean?
I'm tempted to hear them because I mean, there's a lot of songs out there that I hear from rappers like they just in the vault.
They fire. It's a lot of them that's fire. I let people hear them. They say they fire. They like them, but they just need to be mixed. So like, if I get the time and I feel like I want to do it, I'll mix them all and then put them out.
And especially somebody like you that I can tell that you want to not super perfectionist, but like you put some care into it.
Right.
It's not just like let's pump them out like a cheese.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. No, I want to make sure everything makes sense for the most part.
So we're about like almost done with the year, about like 2-3 months. Would you say like you're happy with the progress you made so far?
I mean, I feel like I got a little lazy. Like, but see, if everybody like from the outside looking in, they look in and like, okay, this dude been working. He been putting out shit. Really, I didn't put out nothing but one video this whole year.
Really? I thought you put out like 2 other ones.
I only put out one video.
Really?
I haven't put out, you know what I mean? I ain't been putting out the work that I usually would put out. Like, I've been real lazy with it, so I feel like just, dealing with life, different situations of just pushing you back. So now I feel like I'm getting in my mojo where I'm putting stuff out, you know what I mean, again. So
that's good. It's really hard to make money on this thing. It's what I tell people is like, you're probably wasting like maybe for one song to have a music video, everything, like you're probably wasting at least $1,000. At the very least, because you gotta get it mixed, you gotta buy the beat, you gotta then get it certified or whatever, published, go through the distributions, and then now if you want to promote it, now you gotta. If you already spent like $1,000, you might as well put another $1,000 to promote it.
Right, and it's like I just got a show. I just got booked for a show, and they paid me for it. But it's like I need more of that.
That's awesome.
So once I get more of that, and I get like paid features, and just money coming in off the music, it make more sense to go keep putting out. That's how the celebrities, they're able to put out because they making money off of it. So it's like the label ain't just putting money behind them. They able to like make money off of it. They go do a show, they get paid. You know what I mean? They go do an interview, they get paid. They go. It's money. It's getting money like it's circulating.
Yeah, there always has to be more than one source of interview. You can't just rely on the booking. You can't just rely on the stream. You can't just rely on the merch. Like you gotta have all these things working in cohesive.
Right.
But it all starts with, why am I fucking with you? And part of it is like, it's my music, bro. I'm putting out music every week.
Right.
But if you're only doing it once every 6 months, I'm only gonna be there out of that 1 6 months.
Right. So yeah, it gotta make sense.
I'm not gonna be promoting your music.
Right.
Months down the road.
Right. It gotta make sense for real. Yeah. And then it's your work ethic. If they see you working for real, then they won't mind. Okay, I see him working. He really putting in that work. You know what I mean? So.
And I see why he's not putting out music, because he's working on something else.
Right.
But if you're not showing that, and if you're just hiding behind the scenes all the time, like I always tell people this: you're not Playboy Cardi, you're not Kendrick Lamar, you're not J. Cole, you're not that person where we're all waiting for you to
You're not famous. You're not. You ain't there yet. You still got some work to do.
So stop acting like you got the sauce that you're
trying
to
It's not there. Yeah,
it's not there. So we'll just talk something off topic of music real quick. On top of like just making music, you know, is there some things that you like to do for fun that really like relaxes you or makes you reset, and maybe brings an inspiration that isn't music related?
I feel like every time I get on a plane, I go out of town, and like I feel like that take away from everything. You're not worried about what you gotta pay. You ain't gotta worry about no bills. You ain't worried about, you know what I mean? Not saying you ain't worried about your family or nothing like that, but you just going. It's just like your mind gone. Like you ain't worried about that because you're leaving and you gone. You can't do nothing about it.
Something about stepping over that
Yeah,
plane.
you gone. You know you
Let go.
enjoy. You finna go enjoy your life. So I like that. That's really like my main thing. I like to travel. So
That's good. And I see you going around. Where was that you went recently?
I was in like
Puerto Rico.
this year. I went to Texas. I went to
Texas.
Texas this year, and then like last year, my birthday, I went to St. Thomas.
Okay, 'cause I always see you going
Virgin
to like
Island.
Latin culture places.
Yeah,
I'm
like yeah, different. Yeah, real different.
So far, I get the sense that you're more of a guy who likes to do a little bit of planning. Is that who really you are, or do you like to just go with the flow of things, both in the studio and just life?
I mean, I like to plan ahead because you never know. Like you want to perfect it. You want to make it right when you go do it. So like I try to plan ahead. If I don't plan ahead, I feel like I'm be missing something. Something might be missing from what I'm trying to put out. So if I can plan ahead, then I can put out like something good. Like you know, it make more sense like that.
Yeah, makes sense. And then one thing I always try to tell people is like when you plan things, at the end of that whole process of whatever that plan was, you can look back and see what is it that made it flop or what made it didn't work, and then you can either fix that or just remove it from the next time you do that same process.
Right.
So that way you can eliminate failures or those weak links in the chain.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If making music wasn't accessible as it was today, what is that one thing that you think would be doing alternatively?
If I wasn't doing music right now, I feel like I have a like clothing line, like a big ass clothing line everybody will know about.
Nice. Yeah.
Because I like if anybody see me, they always be like, "Hey, I like your outfit. Hey, I like how you dress and this and that." Because throughout school, I always felt like your appearance, like people love your appearance. If you come in a certain way, everybody like your image. Like that's why a lot of artists get booked because their image sell. The way you dress, the way you look, you know what I mean? You keep up with yourself and how you present yourself.
Right.
So,
your image says a lot about you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. I can see you making some clothing line for sure.
Yeah.
That's good that you have That's good that you have like other ideas and to keep open minded.
Oh yeah.
Some people
always.
are just like
And even if that didn't work, I would try to start like some certain business, like a cleaning business or anything, just something that can revenue some money in, bring money in.
Yeah, that's good. I know a lot of people that kind of have that extra side business on the side, and that's good to have because then it's almost like having a plan B if this rap stuff doesn't work out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know a couple people are already starting that, whether it's a truck business or whether it's clothing, like you mentioned.
Right.
It's good to have that plan B. And one thing I always tell people too, like this rap stuff doesn't work out, dude, like there's so much that you can do to be involved with the rap industry.
Oh yeah, you can
a studio.
Yeah, anything. You could just like open up stuff that's gonna make people want to shop with you.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
like,
can
hey,
do
man,
photo shoots. You can do like you say
recording
studio,
studios.
anything.
People are always gonna come up to you like, hey man, can I come record? How
you
much?
got something that they want, they gonna and it could just be a space like a rented space, and you just have props in there.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I mean?
I think also like one of the biggest things I want to see people out there is like help or like start like some type of like marketing agency.
Right.
That helps out other people like to learn these tools.
Yeah,
and
certain
to have
things.
access to like
that
pump
you
out their
need.
music bigger.
The stuff that you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do with this channel, is to try to help out people with what they may know already, even if it's just like personal experience.
Right.
Because that's like the best way to learn it. Do you like have a method to how you release content?
Like right now, like I'll like post the artwork on my story and see if people really like it. If they gravitate to it real quick, then I'd be like, okay, maybe they really want it right now. But if they don't gravitate to it soon, I'll just be like, okay, maybe I don't need to drop it yet. I need to wait a little bit. Still got this video that just dropped, so I need to keep promoting that. Because I'll promote it almost every day. Like I'll put it on there. If I don't promote it every day, I promote it every other day. Because somebody didn't see it. Everybody all these people can be following me, but everybody on my page did not see it. It might be like 10 people that didn't see it. So if I promote it every day, somebody out of that 10 is going to press play on that video or click on that link. Because a lot of people don't like to click on links. A lot of people don't, like to go to different apps. So if it's already on Instagram, they watched it a little bit, they probably won't go on YouTube and watch it. So like I really keep promoting it until they click on that link. You know,
promote that link.
Yeah.
They really are lazy to just
Yeah.
go on there and hit that
yeah,
like
for
button.
real. Yeah, a lot of people just like they don't want to click on the link, so you know, you just got to keep it in their face. With doing music, anything you do, any job, you could be cutting hair, you got to keep it in their face. That's that's really just life. Anything you do, you got to keep it in their face.
So you like to tease things and then see whether it's catching a trend, and then you'll release it.
Yep.
So once you release a project, after that, do you in your head, like, do you have anything like, all right, if it reaches 500 goals or 500 stream or whatever, do you like to release another one after that? Like fan
No, I
engagement?
just keep promoting that until it keep going up. As much as it keep going up, then now I'm gonna go shoot the video to it because they already liking it just to listen to it. So if I go put a visual to it, then that'll they'll be like, okay, boom, I like the song already. I done played it a lot. Now he put a video to it, so now they gonna want to watch the video.
That's good. So you like to you like to release the song and then the video. That's good.
Yeah.
And do you have your music registered and properly distributed?
Yes, I have it registered on ASCAP and all of that stuff, like
Nice.
BMI, the places that can royalty checks and stuff like that.
And who do you go through to distribute? Like CD Baby or what's some other ones? DistroKid?
At first I was going through TuneCore, but like when I first got on TuneCore, I was like, man, something ain't right about TuneCore.
I heard something.
It was a little shady, and then it's like now it's like they're behind. So I switched over to the distro, all my music on distro. You know what I mean?
You're on Spotify too, right?
Yeah, I'm on Spotify. I'm on all
platforms.
platforms. So and I'm getting good streams because I keep putting content on there. Even if it's old, I put my old music on there.
Might as well. It's just sitting there.
People already been listening to it before, so if I can just keep putting it, because back then they didn't have all these streaming sites. Mm-hmm. You didn't have Spotify. You probably had an iPod, but you had to upload the music yourself. You know what I mean? So now, like, I put my music on all platforms. People really go listen to it.
You still do CDs?
I still got CDs. I got CDs right now in my car that, like, anytime I go to a different state or in a different city,
right,
I'll go put them on everybody's car. They might not even have a CD player.
I respect your hustle.
You know what I mean?
You just prepped up. Like, you prepped, you ready, you got it all on Spotify.
Yeah.
There's people that I meet, they have that shit on Spotify, but they don't got CDs, or they just got CDs, but they aren't on Spotify.
I even had flash drives. Every time I get a bunch of flash drives, I give them out.
Ready. My boy's ready.
Yeah.
On it, dude. I like that. That's why I knew I made a good choice bringing you on this.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You prepped
man.
up. You prepped up. A lot of people are just like, here's my song.
Yeah.
That's it.
You gotta have that. You really gotta have that grind. As far as, you might not think nobody got a CD player, everybody Bluetooth streaming. But if you're gonna do it that way and you're not gonna put out any CDs, I feel like you need to have posters everywhere. You gotta put flyers everywhere. You gotta let everybody know that this is you. Scan my flyer, anything, just something that's gonna make people go, okay, this is his music.
I like that too.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't do that around here, and that's something that's slept on. I think that's how Yeet was doing it back then in the beginning. I know he did calendars as well, but everybody has like a different way of promoting themselves.
You got to.
You got to be that's like part of the creative way as your own artist.
And that's mandatory because everybody, at the end of the day, everybody want to see something. If you're a big artist, they want to see you wearing a chain. They want to see you with diamonds in your ear. They want to, everybody want to see something.
You got to look the part.
So you got to look the part, and you got to be like putting out content. Like, your album drop, it's supposed to be in Times Square, Manhattan. It's supposed to be on the posters everywhere. So, you know what I mean? That's letting them know that you put money into it. This is really what you care about. And you got labels backing you. You know what I mean? So,
and all that label is just more money. That's it. Like, if you got the money, you might as well just put it in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because it's going to come back to you when you do them tour dates and you get all these big shows. Some of these rappers getting paid $300,000 for one show.
And that's just the show.
You know what I mean? That's just for one show. That's a house.
Money coming
that's a house. Cash. You cash out with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to be prepped up. And have you received your first check from like Spotify and all that?
Yeah, I've been
been getting checks.
I really what I do is I don't even cash it out. I just let it sit on there. Like, all the money that I make from music, I let it sit.
Good.
Because
it's not a lot, but
it's a decent amount. But I feel like if I let it sit over time, like I say about 5 years from now, it could be 30, 40 bands if I just let it sit. Because people press and play. As long as they press play on it and the song go through, then that's gonna keep creating that revenue for that money to come in. And I like always promote something. It might not be a video off of YouTube. It might be a song I just dropped. Mm-hmm. Every time they press play on YouTube or anything, you getting money off of it. So if you can continue to keep that going on and you do it in every other state,
And that's good they get it
You'll
registered.
be on a good level.
Yeah, because even if somebody uses it, like let's say we didn't know each other, and if I use it on a film or something, and if YouTube or the whatever your Destro
It's
kid
coded
ever,
on. Yeah, it's coded.
they're gonna be like, oh, that's such and such songs. We gotta collect money off of.
Right, so
my
it's
film.
gonna continue to create money, but you just gotta like really
Be prepared.
be prepared and keep putting out content.
Good. Yeah, because that's the only way people are gonna know you.
Yeah,
and wanna
that's
use your stuff.
mandatory. Yeah.
We talked about your streaming systems and how you're on which streaming service? I mean, who do you go through distribution?
Distro.
Destro kid, and that's where you go to collect all your stream incomes and just let it sit there for a little bit.
Right.
That's good, and that's good. And so you never touch that money at all?
No.
Nothing. So anytime you market it and promote your stuff, it's out of your own pockets?
Always.
That's good.
Even if I go buy one poster, it's all cash. You know, I go do that myself. I don't have no management. I don't have no big homie. You know what I mean?
And that's what my next question was talking about how do you approach marketing. But you already kind of touched up on that. I know we had some technical difficulties, and I'm not too sure if we cut it on camera, but you were talking about how you use CDs, you have thumb drives ready, and your streaming platforms ready.
Right.
How often do you go out about promoting your music, like out in public in real life?
Like, I mean, I just like try to get the feel of people and try to see what they own. I give them a CD, but I'm not trying to just give them out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want it, I don't want to just hand you a CD and you don't want it. Or like, if I got like, cause right now I got like 1,000 CDs, a box of 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
I usually go get like 1,000 every time. So like, I'm still at, I got another 1,000 right now. So okay, if I'm gonna give them out, I'll probably go to like the neighborhood stores where everybody be at, put them on the counter. People will take them from out of there. In my hood, it's a store called Handy Corner.
Mm-hmm.
I put them on the counter. Them shit be gone that same day.
Do you sell them, or do people just take them
They
for
just
free?
take them. I give them out for free because at the end of the day, these people, some of these people know me, some of these people don't know me. So it's always some people that don't know me and they take them for free. You know what I mean?
That's good.
But like, if you go on streaming sites, you gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
You gotta pay. So like,
Unless you want
if
them
I'm
to have
giving out, you know what I mean? I'm giving out some, and I'm, you know, so it's like working hand to hand. I'm not on this level yet, so for me to give out a CD, I feel like, you know, I'm still working. So like, if I was on a certain level, then I probably wouldn't give out CDs. You know what I mean?
And how do you feel about buying beats? Like, is that something that you normally do? Do you buy your beats, or do you have like a producer that you already just go to?
I mean, I got people that I go to, and like, you know, different sounds. I pay them, but it's like nowadays, it's like your song might not even blow up.
Yeah, that's true.
You just pay for this beat, and this song didn't go nowhere. So it's almost like you just paid for it just to have it for nothing. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's like it work hand in hand. So if you paid for a beat versus you just went on YouTube and grabbed it for free and you just recorded it on it, because they don't mind you recording on it, you know what I mean, and shooting a video, whatever, but credit the person that made the beat at the same time. So
Yeah.
like, if you go on like any video I put up, I usually try to credit the person who made the beat. Even if I paid for it, I still try to credit them, because at the end of the day, producers don't get the credit, you know, that rappers get.
Yeah. One thing I always try to tell people is like, it's cool to rap over free beats and pump money into making a music video, but the problem is with that is that it's cool to, like how you say, tag other people, but the problem is that you're not garnishing any money. That whoever owns that beat, which might still be the producer, or it might be another rapper who officially bought the beat.
Right.
Now it's all the money that your music video is gaining goes to that person and not you.
Right.
And that's one thing I try to encourage people is like, I don't think it's worth it to shoot a music video for a beat you don't own.
Right.
Because if that shit blows up, and if you don't own the beat, or if you're too late on it to buy it, they're gonna want to upcharge you now because it's blown up.
Yep.
Or
And you gotta pay.
Yeah. Or if you want to collect that money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If not, then you just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so many producers, there's so many beats,
Mm-hmm.
to the point it's like you can try to go back and get that beat, but they're gonna, like you say, they're gonna upcharge you, or y'all gonna have a conflict, you know what I mean? And you don't want to make a conflict out of something that's blowing up big, you know what I mean?
And I think some people are catching on to that already. I've definitely seen some people that just stop shooting music videos to beats that they don't own.
Right.
I think they've already got the idea of like, yeah, this shit's not gonna be worth it if it blows up.
Yeah.
When it comes to your consistency, I know you talked about having the producers. Your videographer, I know you say you like to capture everything. So is this like the same cameraman that you always have, or do you use like a lot of different cameramen?
Yeah, I use A.B. Making. He shoot basically any video I ever recorded, you know what I mean? That's my go-to anytime, you know what I mean? And I have shot in videos with this guy named Clay Fratwell. He do some good, you know, he's real good too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, it's almost like timing. whoever can come get it at that time.
Right.
So I basically use, but majority of the time I use AB Making. I just was on Facebook searching around, and then I went on his YouTube channel and looked at his videos, and it went from there.
Yeah.
He wasn't really shooting a lot of videos, until we met each other, and then once he started shooting them for me, word of mouth.
Is he the one
that blew up?
Is he the one that was always tagging along to get like behind the scenes of you, like just living?
I mean, he did a little documentary of me one time before, but he basically, anywhere I go, I always call him to shoot anything because he's been doing it with me for so long. It's like when you build a relationship with somebody, you don't want to just like go around using a million different, people shooting your videos.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's crazy.
I always try to encourage people to shoot with a little bit of everybody so that we can garnish their follow. It's just like doing features.
Right.
It's for the art purposes. Maybe you like the art style, but it's also, I see it as a method to garnish new attention.
Oh yeah. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I just look at it like we got that relationship, and we, you know what I mean. If I call him, he ain't too busy. He always make time to do it, and
Gotcha.
we just like, it's almost like you treat a person like family. It's almost like family after a while. Like,
yeah, and that's how I like to do it. That's how me and DV are kind of are. Like, we're just getting pretty close to each other, becoming almost like brothers. Like, we get what we want to do.
Right.
And he's pretty open about like, nah, I don't want to do that. Let's do something else. And we don't get heartbroken about.
Oh no. Because y'all kind of come together. Y'all coming together. It's like, it's almost like a team. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I try to build with him. But I always try to encourage him too. Like, don't be afraid to shoot with another videographer.
Right.
It's also that time I think like you need to garnish other followers.
Oh yeah, they might help you. You might get a gig. Anything.
Yeah, I know for a fact. If you like my work, you'll be back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. When it comes to doing collaborations, do you like to do collaborations with only artists within like people or like meeting new artists out there?
I mean, I don't mind doing collaborations, but I just be feeling like some people just want to rap just because they want to rap.
They don't take it the artistic.
They really don't even have it for real. They just want to rap because they like it. They think it's the best thing in the world.
The image of it.
The image, or you just trying to get known. You probably was getting picked on throughout school, so you're like, okay, let me pick up the microphone. Maybe I can help. This will help me out. But at the same time, it really don't sound good because you probably ain't getting no listeners. You know what I mean?
Or real
You're just really bored. You know what I mean? So you just doing it just because you want to. But I didn't just started rapping because I wanted to. You know what I mean? I was listening to my sister. She was singing. My brother sang. You know what I mean? And I heard them. I'm like, okay, boom. And then I heard her rap. I'm like, how you do that? And then I went to listen a little bit. And then I was like, okay, I know how to rap. I just never wrote it down. Then I just eventually I caught on to it. And then I just started rapping. But at the same time, when I rap, it's about stuff that happened. Mm-hmm. Like stuff that happened to me, just real life.
And I hear that throughout some of your
a lot of real life stuff.
And you kind of answered two questions I was about to ask right now, like what got you into making music, and it sounds like your brothers and sisters got you into it. And then my other question, and I don't know if you can probably go into detail about this, but the writing the music. Like when you go to the studio, do you freestyle? Do you have a full written out, bar for bar, or do you just have like notes on what you're trying to say or hint? And
I write it down all in my phone. Like I write all my verses in my phone. I sometimes I do it in the car. I'm just riding, and I feel like when I'm in the car with the beat playing, it's giving me momentum. Yeah. So I can basically put together something real good in the car. But versus like if I'm in the house with my headphones in, there's too many people in the house. I can't really get loud. I can't really, so I'm basically just like calm a little bit. But when I'm in the car, it's just me in the car. I'm by myself. I ain't really got nobody in my passenger seat. Nobody can't control what I'm saying or nothing. Like I ain't gotta be respectful. I could just get it out. You know what I mean? But when I'm in the house, I might write something real like calm and chill. But when I'm in the car, I'm turned up.
You don't have a studio, like a small studio at home where you like do some recording and then take it to the official studio?
No, I never really, people always ask me and told me that I should get a microphone and do it in the house, but I feel like I'm not really getting the real feel because I probably might not never do nothing with it if I do it that way. Because a lot of engineers don't like taking something you recorded and putting it in their software and then trying to fix it and tweak on it. It might take longer.
That makes sense.
Because they got presets and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then for me, working out, making home when you work at, it varies for some people, but for me, it feels like a drag because you're at home, so you get that I'm comfortable. I can just
you might
put it
not.
off
You might take longer. 6 months down the line, you
or
might
that
not never
inspiration
do
may
it.
not be there.
Yeah.
Because it's a different vibe when you're in the studio and trying to record at home, like in the closet or something.
For sure.
It's a different vibe. Do you like to make music for yourself or for the listener?
I really like to make it for everybody, like not just me, myself, listeners, family members. They might be going through something, you know, they really might want to hear from me. They want to hear me say something, you know. I might be catering to what they going through, you know, a situation that happened to them. I probably rapped about it, or, you know, just real life stuff, just real life true stories.
So is there some of it like a little bit of yours, and then you also try to like include, all right, what would my listener, how do they like to listen to it?
I really do it like off really just basically me or something that I really went through, or, you know, just really me. Like it really be something that I really, really went through, and something that, you know, it comes all together and it makes sense, you know. Months, okay, months.
We're almost over with October.
Right. It's almost over, so like right now,
2 months left.
I mean, I'm really just finna focus on doing whatever I can as far as putting out more content before it's over with. But I'm gonna come in 23 on some like a whole nother level. I'm gonna put my foot down and really just try to network and work with different artists, and really just like try to open up doors that I ain't never opened, and, you know, do more interviews, like put my face out there more, like keep sticking it in their face as much as I can.
So we were talking about we got 2 months left.
Right.
What are your biggest goals that you're trying to do right now?
I really just want to like make sure I can put out more content, so by the time 2023 come, I can be on a network with the right people, put out interviews, and really like put my face out there. It's a lot of other platforms I can use that like will help put me in the right position to where I need to be at, because some of these platforms, like say you go to Dirty Glove Bastard, Say Cheese, you know what I mean? It's one called Trash that you do interviews on there. A lot of them different places, they help you get listeners that you didn't have. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People that didn't know you. So when you go on those type of platforms that got all these followers and stuff like that, they kind of help you out.
That's good. And you talked about having a show recently.
Yeah.
Do you have other shows coming up soon?
No, this recent show I just had, it was with QC artist Gloss Up.
QC artist Gloss Up.
I opened up for her. So
to her? QC.
Her name Gloss Up. She just signed with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look her up. And that was the most recent show. You have no other show said? You said
not right now. A couple people been asking me, but it's like the money gotta be right. You know what I mean?
People reach out to you?
Yeah, a lot of people reach out, but it just gotta make sense. You know what I mean? Because I ain't just coming to the club just to come to the club. Like, I can go to any club if I want to and pay to get in the door. That's, you know,
it's the same thing. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you want me in the club, you gotta pay me something. So
makes sense. I know a lot of people that pay to go perform instead,
right?
And then they pay extra to throw on the strip.
You know what I mean? So it's almost like you just you ain't really made nothing. So
nothing through streams.
And I understand these promoters gotta make money, but at the same time, I gotta make money too. So if you want me in your club, I gotta get something, because I'm not just a nobody. Some people know me. You know what I
see
mean?
you out there. Where are you from originally? I don't think we touched that.
I'm from Largo, Florida.
Largo, Florida. This whole year, how many projects you said you put out, like songs or mixtapes?
This year, I only put out, I'll say, like February, I dropped a song. I think I dropped one January, and then I just recently dropped this song called Still Promoting Violence with my cousin Young Trill, and then I got Lil One on there. So I just put that out, and I recently I just been telling everybody I'm doing features right now. So if you want to get a feature, like just right now I'm with it. You know,
how much you charging a feature right now? So I mean, maybe our audience can see this.
I'll say like if you real serious, like it all depends on who you is. Like, you know what I mean? That's really how I look at it. Like if you're not serious, then I gotta put a fee on it. But if you really real serious and you putting out content and you letting people know you rap and you know what I mean, you got a catalog.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing it for a certain price. You know
that's
what I mean?
That's good. So you keep it low for the real serious, and you charge high for the people who are just like, oh
yeah. Because I mean, I feel like if I'm gonna do a song with you, you might not even put it out. You might not even shoot a video to it. You ain't really putting it online, like on all platforms. So at the end of the day, what sense did that make for me to go to the studio with you just to record, for you to show all your homeboys, and you ain't really putting it out for real? You just really rapping because you're bored. It's a hobby.
I feel the same way when some people have music videos and like they hold on to it for like months.
and
I'm
never
like, dude,
put it
just
out.
drop it, dude. Like,
Never put it out.
like they promote it,
Right.
but like, they never drop it. I'm like, bro, like what are you waiting for? Like just drop it.
It gotta make sense for
And
real.
I get it, they're trying to register the music, but it's like all this should have been ready from the beginning.
That's what I'm saying.
If not, you're kind of working backwards.
Right.
And that's not pretty smart because then you're gonna run into a lot of errors.
Oh yeah.
A lot of delays.
Yep.
So you dropped just one song in February and nothing else after that?
I dropped one in February, and then I just dropped the recent one. I just dropped. That was in August. So, and then
So like
I'm
3
probably
projects this year.
I'm probably gonna put out something else, and then I shot that video to that Mama's Boy. So
one thing I try to encourage people to do is at least drop a song, a single, like every week, like Russ used to do it.
Right.
But if that's not within the budget, at the very least, like once a month.
Right.
Because then that gives you 12 songs that you drop for the whole year.
Right, so people can know you keep recording and dropping. Yep.
And I think nowadays with content that's pumping out everywhere, whatever you're watching or being entertained by, months go by quick sometimes.
Oh yeah, real quick.
When you're busy, time goes by.
Oh
quick.
yeah, real quick.
And so that's why I always suggest people like, man, just drop a song at the very least once a month.
Right.
At the end of the year, you can say, well, I dropped 12 projects. In most cases, people go to the studio, they record 3 songs. There you go. You got your next 3 months covered.
Right.
So I think people have the tools and the songs to keep themselves content going.
Oh yeah.
It's just don't overthink some of those songs.
Right. Don't go too crazy on it.
Yeah, but I do see that you have your choices and reasons on why you hold some of these.
Yeah, it gotta make sense for real.
Yeah.
You don't just want to be putting out stuff just because you want to put it out. You gotta have a meaning, because you might not promote it no more. You might, if you really didn't care about it, you ain't gonna promote it when it comes out.
Yeah.
You want to put it out and make sure people want to listen to it. You want to make sure you're gonna keep promoting it, because you could put it out today and tomorrow you won't promote it, or next week after that you don't care about it. So it's like you gotta make it make sense at the end of the day.
Well, all right, Lil Boe, man. It's been an interesting conversation with you, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really thankful that you came out here all the way from Tampa or Largo.
Largo
right now.
Yeah.
That's
Largo,
where you officially
Florida.
stay?
Yeah, I'm from Largo, Florida.
How far is the drive from here?
I'd say about an hour.
Not too bad, but it's definitely something.
It's about a decent little hour, not too crazy.
But again, man, thank you so much
You
for
already
coming
know,
out.
man. It's
Check
Lil
out
Boe the
Lil
Mic
Boe.
Smasher, man.
Lil Boe, his links are going to be down below.
Yes, sir.
All the links to his Instagram. Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all that.
All
Lil
streaming
Boe.
platforms too, right?
Yep, Lil
Yes,
Boe
sir.
DMS. It'll be on the bottom of the link.
Keep a lookout for him.
Tap into it.
And Ray, shout out to Ray. Thanks for coming out and being the extra cameraman, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you.
Check me out.
Lil Boe. Thank you, dude. All right, that's a wrap.